been a while, just making another update here. I'm going to be doing a servicing cleaning to the canister. I had some footage earlier, but I lost it all. So here goes. With this type of canister, you don't have to shut the pump off. Just turn this lever and just lift it up. Okay, and now it's still caught in a loop, so you still have your aeration going, and you can just set that off to the side. And I'm gonna bring the canister over to the sink, and we'll open it up, see how it looks, and I'll show you some of the modifications I made to it. Okay, we got it over at the sink. When you're gonna open this up, I recommend putting it in a tub or a sink, because it's got a little bit of pressure on it, and when you pop these clips, water's gonna spill out the sides. So that's why I recommend definitely doing it. There it goes. So it released and a bunch of water came out. So if you were kind of doing that somewhere else, water would be spilling everywhere. So just set the lid off to the side. Now you can notice right there, I'm using the Iron Pro substrate, and that's one of the modifications I made to it. So these things here, I'm just gonna rinse them out in some tank water right here. Just give them a little, just agitate them a bit. Yeah, you got your beneficial bacteria in here, so you don't want it. You don't want to do this with water that would kill the bacteria. So make sure you keep that with your tank water. Just let that drain out. Put that off to the side. And I got my ceramic rings here. These rings here I'm going to get rid of and put another tray of the Substrate Pro, and I think that's going to really improve everything. I'm just going to stop it here for a sec, try to get this camera in focus. It's a little bit better. So what you want to do is, ideally when I went to swap these rings out, don't do it all at once. I've been running the Substrate Pro, I don't know, it's been a number of months now, so I'm letting a good amount of bacteria grow on those, and then I'm gonna finally swap these ones out maybe in the next couple of months, and that's it, they'll be done, and I'll be running 2 trays of the Substrate Pro. And so those are just a tip, don't do that right off the hop, because you might kill the beneficial bacteria that you had going. So here's this tray of floss that it comes with. Eventually I'm just gonna chuck this stuff out in a bit and be done with it. So I'm gonna put some I added a thing of floss here, cut it out myself, and just put another layer of it. This stuff here, you can just rinse it out. Bring it over to your tank water here. Just give it a little rinse. It's looking still pretty clean, and the tank's been, I don't know, it's been quite a few months now that it's been going, so it's looking pretty good. Looks like the maintenance, won't have to be done that often on these things. These things look pretty clean too. shove those back in. And then we got our last tray with our coarse sponge. Now I've added one layer of a fine floss on top here. That's just going to help filter any of the small particles that might be getting through. So again, just giving this thing a rinse. It's looking kind of gunged up. So just set that off to the side. I'm going to clean out this black coarse sponge same way, just rinse it out. We put everything back together. So that's probably, I want to say, maybe like 3-4 months, something like that, 3 months since I got the canister, and it's been good. My levels have been good. The water's looking really clean. So far so good. Second review here, second update, and I'm liking it. It's working good. Cement it. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye. One thing, guys, once I reinstalled the canister, I actually emptied all the water that was in it because it was all gunged up and it had a bunch of debris in it. So once I put the tubing back on and I locked it back in place, it has to refill the canister, and I had my tank probably about 45% filled, and I was curious to see. It took a while. It probably took a few minutes before the cycle and the water actually started shooting back through. I thought I might have needed to prime it again, but it just took a while. But I just thought once I started filling the tank I wasn't going to have an issue, but before I started it actually recovered and started the full cycle. I didn't think it was going to do that, so it just took a while. It almost seemed like it took 2, 3, 4 minutes to finally fully get all the air out and start cycling again.
Yeah, we are in the place to be.